Hi, I'm Mukul and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I would be showing you an extremely beautiful chess game. This is the game played between a little boy and Helgi Gretarsson. Helgi Gretarsson is an Icelandic champion. The game was played in the year 2003. When this game was played, the little boy was just 13 years old and Helgi Gretarsson was 27 years old. The little boy is today's World Chess Champion, World Rapid Chess Champion, and World Blitz Chess Champion. The name is Magnus Carlsen. In this game, Carlsen had white pieces and he started with d4, d5, c4, c6, the Slav defense, maybe, knight to f3, knight to f6, knight to c3, e6, and we have the semi-Slav, e3, knight from b to d7, queen to c2, bishop to d6. Well, let's go back to move 5. Instead of queen to c2, if a move like bishop to d3, then simply pawn takes pawn and white has to move the bishop again. So to avoid that, in this position, queen to c2 was played, bishop to d6, g4, offering a pawn, knight takes pawn, rook to g1, attacking the knight and x-raying the pawn on g7, queen to f6, rook takes knight, queen takes knight, attacking the rook, rook takes on g7, and white has equalized. Knight to f6, bishop to g2, attacking the black queen, queen to h5, e4, making way for the dark square bishop to come in the game. D takes on e4, bishop to g5, attacking the knight, bishop to f8, attacking the rook. Well, the rook has no safe square to go to, and so Carlsen decided to capture the knight on f6. Bishop takes rook, bishop takes bishop. White has two pieces for a rook and a pawn. How relevant is that? Rook to g8, attacking the dark square bishop and x-raying the bishop on g2. Which bishop is more valuable? Please pause the video and try to find the most valuable piece. Or should I say, please pause the video and try to find the best move in this position. Did you pause? What did you find? Which bishop is more valuable? Well, the little boy ignored his bishops and captured the pawn on e4 with his knight. Is the little Magnus in trouble? Queen to a5 check was played. Going back, let's check what happens if rook takes bishop. If rook takes bishop, then knight to f6, check, forking the king and the queen. To avoid the deadly fork, queen to a5 check was played. King to f1. Now rook takes bishop, queen to c1, queen to d8, attacking the pawn on d4, queen to f4. Well, the pawn cannot be touched. If queen takes pawn, then knight to f6 check, winning the black queen. So after queen to f4, black played king to f8, queen to e5, creeping closer to the black king, rook to g6, queen to h8 check, king to e7, queen takes on h7, queen to g8. Black wants to exchange queens. Naturally, when you are ahead in material, you want to exchange pieces, especially queens. But Carlsen was not interested in exchanging the queens. He wanted to keep queens on board and win in the middle game. He played queen to h4 check. f6 was played. Bishop to f3, e5, b3, e takes on d4, and now knight to g3, bishop to g4, rook to e1 check, king to f7, bishop to e4 attacking the black rook, rook to g7. How to continue the attack on the black king? I would give you a tip. White queen would love to come to h5 and give check, but h5 square is defended by the bishop. So the move h3 is the best in this position, kicking the bishop and making queen to h5 possible. Bishop to d7, naturally saving the bishop, queen to h5 check. King to f8 was played. Let's go back. Do you think rook to g6 would have been better? No, this would have been a blunder, because bishop takes rook, queen takes bishop, and now comes rook to e7 check, forcing the black king to capture the rook, and this easily wins the queen. King to f8 is the best move, because if king goes to the e file, then simply bishop to h7, discovered check, winning the black queen. So to avoid this disaster, king to f8 was played. Queen to c5 check, king to f7. Black does not want to place his king on the e file, losing his queen. We have reached an interesting position in the game. It is white to play. How should white continue? Well, white played a move and black resigned. The move is bishop to g6 check, sacrificing the bishop. And why did black resign? Black wanted to avoid checkmate. That is the reason he resigned. Let's have a look at the most obvious continuation. Rook takes bishop. If rook takes bishop, then queen to e7 checkmate. And if king takes bishop, then queen to h5 checkmate. So at move 32, bishop to g6 check, black resigned. Unbelievable imagination by the teenager Magnus Carlsen. I hope you have enjoyed watching this video. I wish you good luck with your chess, and bye for now. Thank you.